Hi everyone. Today we're going to do something very exciting. We're going to go chanterelle mushroom picking and visit some Oregon real estate. So let's get to it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Lauri Howes and I am a realtor with Keller Williams Realty, Eugene, Springfield, and Team Howes. And today we're going to hit the woods and enjoy some mushroom picking. We're going to specifically look for chanterelle mushrooms. So before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want future notifications of our videos, ring that bell, and we have new videos coming every Thursday. All things real estate, plus a lot of fun stuff too, like today. Before we get going, let's go over some of the things that we should have in our arsenal to go mushroom picking. First of all, wear warm, comfortable clothes. You never know what it's going to be like in the woods. It's very good to wear some waterproof shoes. We do a lot of hiking uphill and downhill and through creeks and over logs. So make sure you're comfortable, warm, and dry. Next, you need some stuff to pick your mushrooms. So here I have my mushroom hunting basket. You can use a basket like this, or you can use a mesh bag, just an old onion bag or potato bag. The thought behind that is people honestly think that if they carry their mushrooms around in a mesh bag or in a basket, then your mushrooms will sprinkle their spores along as you're hiking through the woods, which is a great idea. And if you have essential direction like mine, you might want to bring a compass. Only use the compass if you know how to use the compass, because you can get lost using a compass if you don't know how it works. It's a cold day today, as you can see. Even though it's going to be sunny, I always throw some little hand warmers in my pockets, keep my hands from freezing. And I'll talk about how to pick them later, but we like to cut them. We cut them at the base. I carry a folding blade so that while I'm walking around, I'm not going to trip and fall on my knife while I'm hiking over stumps, logs, and rocks. And you can throw a paintbrush in there. It's pretty simple to clean up your mushrooms while you're picking, and that way when you get home, they're all ready to eat. What else do we have in my basket? Oh yeah, don't forget the snacks. It's very important to have snacks, and maybe something to drink. Okay, water. Probably should bring water, but sometimes I like a Truly. Oh wait, here's the water. Bring some water. You should also probably bring a mushroom identification card or book. That would be helpful. Today we're only going to be picking chanterelles, and they're pretty easy to identify, but we'll talk about that as we go. So let's take off. Let's get going. Today, we're going to be picking wild chanterelle mushrooms about 1 hour east of Eugene. We're going to be in the foothills of the Cascades, and we are going to be picking in the Willamette National Forest. It's a beautiful day for a drive. This is always a plus when we get to get out in the woods and go mushroom picking, because it's so beautiful in the fall. The mushrooms are growing. They usually grow between September, October, November till pretty good freeze, which we're getting close to right now. And they grow around 1,500 to 3,500 feet in elevation. So as soon as we get to our spot, we'll jump out and start hunting. Here's my big brave boy. He takes care of us out in the woods. Eli. There's my little grandson. Here's a super patch.
Yeah, Mommy.
And Jamie's going to take those right there. Jamie is going to demonstrate how to cut a chanterelle in the woods to make sure they survive and they come back year after year. So she puts her knife blade right at the dirt level, leaves the root, and takes out the chanterelle. Look at that beautiful mushroom. It is a perfect specimen.
Daddy.
Thank you, Jamie.
There you
Look at that pretty mushroom. We'll let these dry for a day. Then I just use a paintbrush and clean all the, this one's really clean already, but I use a paintbrush, little paintbrush, and clean off all the needles after they dry for a day. And here's Terry. He's found a really nice patch. So let's talk a little more about actually where you can find them. So we've already talked about the forest. We're in the Willamette National Forest. We pick at 15 to 3,500 feet, and they grow on the north side of the mountains. I know in real estate we're always talking about southern exposure and how wonderful that is, but if you're mushroom picking, you want to be on the north side where there's filtered light in old growth to second growth forest, fir, hemlock. I know they grow in hardwood forests, but for the most part right here where we're at is mostly fir trees, and they grow in the forest floor around Oregon grape and ferns and under moss. So if you don't see them poking out of the ground, you can usually search under some ferns and you will find them there as well. The chanterelle mushroom has ridges, not true gills like a regular mushroom, and those ridges run from the top and down the stem. And if you're out picking, you must be able to identify your mushrooms 110% before you take any of them home and eat them. They can be extremely poisonous. So you want to make sure that you know what you're picking, you know what you're doing, and never ever ever eat one that you can't identify 110%. This chanterelle is a colossal size. Jamie found this one last year, and this size of a mushroom would definitely feed a family of 4, 5, or 6. When we get them home, we just lay them out on a table in the garage on a big towel. That gives them a chance to dry for a day, and it makes it easier to brush off all of the forest duff that collects on them when they're growing. Then I bag them up and we share them with our current clients and our past clients that enjoy wild mushrooms. And we will dry some of them and then freeze some as well for winter soups and stews. Tonight we're going to have fresh chanterelle mushrooms for dinner. I'll chop them up, throw them in a cast iron skillet with some butter and some sweet onions and garlic, and then we usually will eat them either over pasta, over rice, or over steak. Well, that's a wrap. Can you believe how many mushrooms we picked today? It was fabulous. It's such a beautiful day, and we got to enjoy some Oregon real estate and just the woods. And of course, as realtors, we do need to get out and have some fun too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Ring that notification bell as we post new videos every Thursday. All things real estate, some DIY, and some fun adventure included. So have a great week and cheers!